It is estimated that he guided thousands of runaways fleeing through the countryside of Ohio and Indiana. In most cases, fugitive slaves stayed or settled where they found safety, shelter, employment, and food. One such place was Rokeby, a sheep farm in Ferrisburgh, Vermont, owned by the Robinsons, a Quaker family. Original letters tell us that runaway slaves lived and worked for wages at Rokeby Farms for the Robinsons. Also, for a number of years, the Robinsons conducted a school for black and white children. One such runaway who we know lived and worked there was named Jesse. The majority of escapees were likely to be young men ages 18 to 30. They were tough, hard, desperate, and often armed. While we do not have a painting or a photograph of Jesse, he probably looked something like this. Jesse faced danger everywhere he went. Someone, anyone, could capture him, brutally punish him, and maybe even kill him. From original letters, we know that Jesse was a slave in Perquimans County, North Carolina. Jesse labored on a plantation located near Albemarle Sound. He probably worked long hours in the fields, like this one recently planted with cotton. While we do not know the specifics of Jesse's escape to Ferrisburgh, Vermont, like many slaves, he faced a difficult and dangerous journey totaling over 500 miles. If Jesse was lucky, he sailed on a boat from Albemarle Sound, North Carolina, to a northern city such as Philadelphia, New York, or Boston. But most fugitives, like Jesse, made the slow and arduous journey on foot, through swamps and over dirt roads. If fortunate enough, he might be offered a ride on a wagon pulled by mules or horses, or find a boat he could paddle. He may have slept in the forest, or perhaps he hid in a barn and slept under the hay. He probably ate whatever he could get his hands on, including berries, roots, or wild game. If fortunate, runaways like Jesse were taken in by those sympathetic to their hardships. These safe houses served as temporary stopping points for slaves on the move. Perhaps you have a home in your community in which slaves were harbored. Runaway slaves were lodged where there was extra room in the house, cellar, or barn. Once he arrived at Rokeby Farm, Jesse was relatively safe and able to rest, visit, and work. Jesse earned at least $150 working at the Rokeby Sheep Farm over 1 to 2 years. He wanted to use this money to purchase his freedom. We do not know if Jesse ever purchased his freedom. Perhaps he made the 70-mile trip along Lake Champlain to the Canadian border